Hello and welcome back to Bookish. Today I'm here with another tag because it's Tag Tuesday. This is the Let's Get Shameless book tag. This tag was created by Dan at the Weird Books Club BookTube channel. And I thought it was really creative, and I watched his video and I really liked it, and I was tagged by Shawn, the book maniac, to do this tag and to get a little shameless. So here we go. Prompt number one, name a character or writer who embodies shamelessness. Well, to me, this is John Updike. Updike, I think, qualifies for me as shameless because of the amount of stuff that he published. He essentially seems to have published every thought, story, essay, poem that he could think of. And he certainly cashed in on his success as a two-time Pulitzer Prize winner to get almost every word imaginable in print. I believe he published more than 70 books, and that doesn't include, best of or the collected stories of. Those are, I think, just original titles. And David Foster Wallace, the author of Infinite Jest, in a review of some work of Updike, had what I think is one of the funniest lines and one of the best descriptions of Updike, and he said he was just a penis with a thesaurus, which sounds kind of right to me. Okay, so prompt number two is called Shameless Suck Up. Name a book that you read that was outside your comfort zone on a recommendation of another booktuber who you like. And that book would be Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell, which I read on the recommendation of Katie from Books and Things for Victober, last November, and I really liked the book, but I primarily read it because I like Katie's channel so much, and she recommended it, and I thought that it sounded great. Prompt number three is Shameless Plug. Name a book or a writer you would recommend to anyone and everyone at the drop of a hat, someone that you always think other people should read more of because that person deserves more attention. And right now that would be Louise Erdrich. Love her books, just finished Love Medicine and reviewed that book, and I think more people should be reading Louise Erdrich. You may think, well, lots of people read Erdrich. What are you on about here? And I don't care. More people need to read Louise Erdrich, so she's my shameless plug. Okay, prompt number four is Shameless Snob, a book that's written just for you or appeals to your specific interest. I chose Soissons 1918, which is a book about a specific battle in which a specific group of American Marines were involved in on the Western Front during World War I. This is one of those things that's just right up my alley. I'm a history person. World War I is one of my favorite subjects. I did a writing project about an American Marine in World War I, and so that just appealed directly to me. I doubt that it's a book that very many other people have on their shelf. So that's my Shameless Snob prompt. Prompt number five is Shameless Fan. Name a book or an author you know you'll keep returning to over and over again, even though there are millions of other things you could read. Well, if you follow my channel, you should know the answer to this question, so I'm just going to leave that up to you, and I'd like to see what author you think that I am a shameless fan of and would recommend and will read over and over again. So leave the answer to prompt number five down in the comment section. Okay, prompt number six is, I think, Shameless Hate, and you're supposed to name a trending author or book that you're not a fan of. I'm going to go a little bit of a different direction with this because I am a fan of the book that most people by this guy have read, but increasingly I grow irritated by how we treat this author, and that author is F. Scott Fitzgerald. I think F. Scott Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby is one of the greatest American novels ever written. I think he was a beautiful writer and a bit of a genius, but he was no less a bastard than Hemingway was. He was just as mean to writers he thought were beneath him as Hemingway was to Fitzgerald. Treatment of his wife, Zelda, is pretty scandalous and pretty bastardy. So I'm just going to kind of buck the trend of F. Scott Fitzgerald love and this kind of idea that he is some kind of tragic romantic figure, and just point out he was a pretty thoroughgoing bastard. Okay, prompt number seven is Shameless Flirt. Name a book that really turns you on in that special way. You could cop out and pick and a book that touched you emotionally, but you know, this is the Shameless, Let's Get Shameless tag, so I chose one that touched me in that special way, and that would be Vox by Nicholson Baker. There are some scenes in this that are pretty much just pretty close to pornography, but there's one particular scene in Vox involving a man and a woman on a couch, and there's a scarf involved, and that's kind of where I'd like to leave that. Okay, so in prompt number 8 of the Let's Get Shameless book tag is to shamelessly tag as many people as possible. So I'm shamelessly going to use the book tag cop-out and tag all of you shameless people. Love to see your shameless answers to the shameless tag. Again, I'll leave the links to Dan's original video down below and to Shawn's as well. And as always, thank you for watching.